0, 1.
Let's get started.
Why they stopping me?
Bye, crypto bro.
What's going on, crypto peeps? It's that guy again, Ball Deep Crypto, coming at you with a little XLM Stronghold IBM piece. Before we get into it, Ball Deep Crypto is not a financial advisor. He's just a guy talking to a computer about what he's interested in, what he does. What you do with your money is your choice. This is not financial advice. That being said, let's get into it. Obviously, we got another Lumexo Stellar wallet here, dropping another piece about IBM partners with Stellar XLM to disrupt cross-border payments, covering 72 countries and 47 currencies. The same banking system that took 50 years to digitize is about to be completely rewired in months, not decades. Now, as we know from previous videos and talking about IBM, Stellar, and Stronghold, and little known fact, actually, XRP is also one of the companies at IBM. If you were to Google it, it says XRP, Stellar, and Stronghold. Shout out. And obviously, they're all connected. You've gone down that bridge. Just watch the Stronghold videos, the connections. Between Stellar, Stronghold. We know Stronghold's a unicorn, does a whole lot of different things. But that being said, let's dive a little deeper. As discussed in previous videos, we'll kind of rehash it real quick here. We're talking about IBM and Stellar plus Stronghold, from WorldWire to digital asset revival. Obviously, they had the past partnership with the WorldWire era from 2017 to 2022. IBM WorldWire launched in 2019. It was Stellar-powered global payments network for 72 countries, 47 currencies, and 44 banks. They wanted money to move at the speed of email, which is obviously where we're at now. They're a little bit ahead of their time there. Now, Stellar was the bridge asset for 5-second atomic PVP settlements, USD to XLM to the EUR. Now, Stronghold provided the USD anchor, the first venture-backed FDIC stablecoin on Stellar. Shout out to that Stronghold. Love me, Stronghold. You know this already. SHX token-fueled liquidity and rewards, which is what they are. And they're still pushing that. Like I said, I think Stronghold just moves in silence. They want institutions that they don't mind us, but their focus is institutions and big players, not us peons, per se. I'm a peon. Now, pilots, ClickX with specific remittances, it cut 90% cost cuts versus Swift. So obviously you see the savings were substantial. It ended in 2022 with IBM pivoted to Hyperledger and open source code. The legacy was billion-plus process blueprint for tokenized finance, so it was successful. Well, they didn't shut it down because it didn't work. It was just, like I said, ahead of its time. Now it looks like they're kicking the tires on it a little bit and starting it back up. Now that obviously new is the IBM Digital Asset Haven, which just launched on October 27, 2025. Now, what it is obviously a multi-chain wallet with custody platform, 40-plus L1s for banks, governments, and corporations. Powered by DFN's MPC/HSM security, obviously ISO 222 compliant, which we know Stronghold owns ISO 222 labs. We know that Stellar is also ISO 222 compliant. Obviously, both of these companies are about as regulated and compliant as they can be across the board. It's what they aim to be. It's who they are. It's their bread and butter. Stellar Stronghold, obviously 72 countries with 47 assets with direct worldwide revival. The IBM's quote is to enter digital assets with IBM reliability. Now, obviously, what we like to know about is the impact it would have on Stellar and also Stronghold. That's what we're talking about. Obviously, with the institutional green light, it's 9 IBM validators on Stellar, Sorbonne plus ZK, which is protocol 24. It equals programmable RWAs, CBDC, and DeFi ramps. Obviously, we know CBDCs. We know that Stellar is involved in a couple of those projects, Project Acacia, obviously the Ukraine program, everything else. Now, the impact for Stronghold would be stablecoin king returns. The king is back. SHX with Axelar bridges via ETH or Solana. It's IBM's first client. It's perfect for USD rails and Haven. I believe that. Now, the adoption rocket is 10 trillion RWA token by 2030. Ooh, I love to hear that. Agua, too. Agua, shout out to Aquarius. You guys already know how I feel about that. Look at the videos. They're in there. You know, very few watch it, but, you know, the few that do, much love. Explode low cap, Ripple seed investor plus FedNow and Nacha for Stronghold. Oof. I mean, wow. Stronghold, FedNow, Nacha, they just play with all the big boys, but they're just not a big fish yet. Slept on. Hey, not financial advice. Obviously, fire use cases plus monetary upside. You've got the use case here. For tokenized RWAs, for Stellar and the SHX roles would be to custody, settle bonds on Stellar with SHX liquidity. The potential could be a $10 trillion market, BlackRock, etc. XLM fees, $1 billion plus in a year. Obviously, more X. Anytime it's used, SHX or Stellar, burn, baby, burn. You already know that. Cost that XLM fee. Cross-border PvP. Obviously, you've got the XLM bridge plus the SHX rewards, and with 5 seconds of finality global. It could potentially be 150 trillion in flows and 90% savings equal 50 billion OPPS. You got the CBDC interoperability with 40 cross-change and ISO 222 compliant. They can both play exact with all of the regulated big dogs, the governments, everybody. Obviously, with 5 trillion in pilots, Stellar is a top 3 bridge. Enterprise Treasury would be DFN wallets and Sorabon DApps. Sorabon people, come on now. Obviously, billions in AUM, SHX staking yields, Agua, staking, TVL, Sorabon, the big dog on the porch. You already know how I feel about it. Monetary snapshot, XLM would be, 31 cents currently, plus 1.5% post news. Obviously, peak at 33 cents. Don't really care about all that. SHX, is obviously currently at 0.0128. Whew, love to see that. Wish it was cheaper. I'd still be buying it. I'm still buying it. Let's be real about it. Obviously, it's got 100x moonshot potential on the IBM revival. I mean, these are just, who knows, people. I don't know. Obviously, too long to read. World War 2.0, IBM resurrects Stellar's ties for trillions, potentially in tokenization. Sorabon, game changer. Stronghold SHX equals a sleeping giant, in my opinion it is. Stablecoins plus bridges. Buy the dip, it says. $1 XLM, 10 cent SHX by end of year. Woo! Institutional floodgates open. Hey, that's Grok talking right there. That ain't ball deep crypto. But I wouldn't mind to see either one of those things happen. I would not be upset about 10 cents SHX. I would not be upset about $1 XLM, But again, we're not here to talk prices. But this, obviously, when you've got volume and things happening, that obviously affects price structure and everything else. So this is a beautiful thing to see. If you're an SHX or you're an XLM holder, you'd love to see IBM involved and back and doing things that they were doing already. We know it worked. Now they're re-kicking the tires, and here we are, potentially going back to why would you not go back to and use what worked last time? So I don't know if any of this is true. Obviously, we know they're working with Stellar. I don't know about the SHX factor, but it just makes sense. So shout out to everybody there. That's all I have on this video. So thank you for your time. Time is money, and I appreciate you spending it here with me. Hopefully you got some value out of that. Hope each and every one of you have a great day. And like I always say, chase a check, never chase a bid.
Buy crypto, bro.